Greetings friends, Steven here, and welcome to my review of Jet Rocket 2, The Wrath of Taikai? Well, I'm just gonna say, first of all, it's a very generic title, and this guy, very generic, and I'm thinking, first of all, right off the bat, that the title and this guy are gonna scare people away, and that's a shame because this is actually a pretty sweet game. This is brought to us by Shin'en Multimedia and sells for $8.99. Is it worth your $8.99? Yes, it is. If you enjoyed such 3DS games as Super Mario 3D Land, or maybe even one of the Skylander games, these are all 3D adventure games. I think you'll find a lot to like out of this one. It's pretty neat. Like I said, super generic stuff. There's a story there. You're a guy and you're fighting robots. It doesn't matter though. What you get out of this game is pretty competent 3D platforming adventure. You get a jump, and your attack is actually very much like Blanca's roll from Street Fighter. So you get a jump, and then you roll. The roll is both a double jump and an attack. And you'll use this to battle the assorted evil robots that you'll find from stage to stage. One of the things I liked the most about this game was that the levels, they change. Sometimes you'll be doing like a traditional Mario Brothers style side-scrolling game. Sometimes it'll be a full 3D game where it's more like a 3D land here. And you never really know which one you'll get next, and I thought that was really neat. On the downside though, I found that each of the areas, they're kind of samey. You'll see like there's one area it's like a big tower, and there's really generic level stuff. Like the levels themselves aren't too memorable, and it's like second area is forest area, forest jungle sort of thing, and everything is foresty jungle. So it doesn't quite have the level diversity I would have liked to have seen out of this game, but I mean it's okay. It's like I said, it's under $10, so I think you will find you will get your money's worth out of it, and it's challenging too. It's got kind of an old school challenge to it, which I respect. Like the Mario games, you'll get 99 lives pretty quickly, but this one, I think in my save I have 4 lives right now, so that's pretty good. As you run around the stages and defeat those robots with your Blanca roll, you will pick up these things. They're basically coins, and use them between levels to play mini games where you can get yourself more extra lives, which is pretty cool. I think I died and I got a game over, but it just lets you continue, so that's fine. There's really no need to worry about the lives as far as I can tell. Bosses. There are bosses at the end of each set of levels, and they're pretty tricky. Expect to die a few times at the bosses. But that's cool. I respect that. I respect the challenge of the bosses. It is very important, of course, that you memorize the patterns of the bosses and look for the glowing red thing that you roll into and do damage to them. Now, Shin'en themselves, they've been known for doing a lot of shmup, shoot-'em-up style games, and you'll notice that a lot of the enemies have that sort of like bullet pattern to them, where it kind of feels almost a little bit like I'm playing a shmup, because you'll be doing a lot of bullet dodging, jumping from pattern to pattern, and trying to get around and destroy the enemies. Which is, yeah, the enemies themselves, like I said, they're all robots. There's a thing, it's like a snake, and sort of walks from arm to arm, and then there's guys that shoot you, and the bosses are all like octopi, which is interesting stuff. This guy here, for example, they all kind of have that sort of weird cylindrical or spherical shape, the big pointy eyes and all that. It's pretty neat though. What else do I want to say about it? The music is kind of all over the place. I wasn't the biggest fan of the music, but it's not horrible by any means. It's I guess it's just an acquired taste though. It did the trick. You know, it's kind of weird futuristic-y music, but nothing really memorable, which is unfortunate. As you progress through the game, you'll find that if you go back to a level you beat, there are hidden cards that you can collect, which is kind of a neat idea. Each card is usually based on like an enemy or an item in the game. And also there are special bonus areas in a lot of the levels, which you'll find like a very stock-looking UFO, and then you break into it, and then you just sort of fly off into some crazy little mini game, which usually ends with an extra life. That's cool. Every now and then, when you go from the main area to the next main area, you'll get to ride a little vehicle as well, and that was pretty neat too. Would have liked to have seen a bit more of that, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's about all I really have to say for it. I don't have a lot of complaints about the game. It's, like I said earlier, it just felt a bit too generic, and I think, especially with Zelda coming out, like this just came out, and I gotta believe that that's going to affect these guys, because everyone's going to be, like, on my Twitter here, everyone's talking about the Zelda, no one's talking about even Pokemon. Pokemon came out just a while ago, but everyone is all up in the Zelda. And I gotta believe that it is a horrible time to release any game with all this Zelda 3DS hype going on. But I hope my review can help can help you to decide if this game is worth your time, and I think it is. Got a good challenge. I keep going back to Super Mario 3D Land because that's what this game reminds me the most of. Like I said, you're jumping on things. You've got this fairly unique roll. Actually, one thing I did want to mention about the roll is that to jump, use one button, but then to do the roll, use a different button, and that's kind of weird sometimes. I think it might have made more sense if you could do just jump and then jump again. I don't know. It's kind of weird because the roll is both your attack and it's your double jump, so it takes a bit of getting used to. You'll figure it out. It makes sense after you just get the hang of it. And one last thing. It's actually a really important thing. It's even on their site here. I don't know where it is now, but the game runs at a silky smooth 60 frames per second. It is a slick, smooth-looking game. That's why it's unfortunate, like I was saying earlier, that there isn't just more of a visual variety to the levels. Because I really would have liked to have seen just, I don't know, just more variety. But yeah, damn nice-looking game. The only downside that I could see to the 60 frames per second is that it felt like your character runs fairly slowly through some areas. Now, when you're doing a lot of the more tricky platforming stunts in the game, you will be glad that you're not moving too quickly. But there will be other times it'll be in a wide open space, and you'll just want to get there faster. You can use the roll to somewhat move faster, but it might have been nice to have just been given a run button. But I get the feeling maybe if they had added that, then maybe the frame rate might have taken a drop. So, you know, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. If you're the sort of person that likes scores, I would probably have to give it somewhere between an 8.5 and a 9 out of 10. So these are pretty good scores. I think I gave SteamWorld Dig about the same. So, yeah. SteamWorld Dig did really well. So, I urge you to give Jet Rocket 2 a try. Don't be afraid of the weird name and the generic character, because yeah, it's pretty neat. And there aren't enough of these Mario 3D side-scrolling adventure games so much anymore. So yeah, give it a shot. So, thanks very much for watching. Feel free to like, favorite, subscribe to the channel. If there are any other games you'd like to see me review, by all means let me know in the comments section. Feel free to check out my last review, which was for the Adventure Time 3DS game, which was awful, by the way. Stay far away from that Explore the Dungeon Adventure Time game. It is awful. But yeah, let's check out the trailer now for Jet Rocket 2, and yeah, thanks for watching.